Welcome back to the Crime Tapes podcast. I'm Nessa, your guide through the shadowy world of true crime. Today, we delve into one of America's most baffling and gruesome unsolved cases, the Villisca Axe Murders. Our story takes us back to a small, peaceful town in Iowa, where a single night of terror left an indelible mark on its history. On the night of June 10, 1912, the quiet town of Villisca was rocked by an unspeakable tragedy. In a quaint white house at the end of a sleepy street, 8 lives were brutally ended by an unknown assailant wielding an axe. The Moore family, along with 2 young guests, the Stillinger sisters, were all found bludgeoned to death in their beds. This once lively home, now dubbed the Villisca Axe Murder House, sits abandoned, a silent witness to the horrors that unfolded within its walls. It stands starkly in contrast to the nearby churches and the park facing a middle school, a grim reminder of the past amid the present. In the early hours of that fateful night, a stranger entered the house through an unlocked door, carrying an oil lamp dimmed to a faint glow. With chilling precision, the intruder navigated through the home, first targeting Joe and Sarah Moore in their bedroom. The attack was swift and brutal, with Joe receiving over 30 blows. The killer then moved on to the children's room, before finally descending to where the Stillinger sisters slept. The brutality was unimaginable. The assailant swung the axe with such force that it left marks on the ceiling. After the heinous act, the killer did something even more bizarre. He covered the victims' faces with clothing and draped cloths over mirrors and windows. In a strange ritualistic act, he placed a piece of uncooked bacon and a keychain in the living room, and a bowl of water with blood swirls was found, suggesting he had washed his hands before leaving. As quietly as he had come, the killer locked the door behind him and vanished into the night. The next morning, concerned neighbors noticed the eerie silence and alerted Joe Moore's brother. The sight that greeted him inside was beyond comprehension. All 8 inhabitants were dead, their bodies unrecognizable. The townspeople soon gathered, morbid curiosity driving them to trample through the crime scene, destroying any hope of preserving evidence. Some even took grisly souvenirs, like a fragment of Joe's skull. Despite the efforts of law enforcement, the investigation quickly hit a dead end. Suspects were few and leads scarce. Frank Jones, a local businessman and rival of Joe Moore, was considered as rumors swirled about a possible affair and business feud. Another suspect, Lynn George Jacqueline Kelly, a troubled English immigrant, confessed to the murders, but later recanted, claiming coercion. Despite a left-handed blood spatter and other circumstantial evidence pointing to Kelly, he was never convicted. As time passed, other similar crimes surfaced across the country, characterized by axe murders and dimmed oil lamps. Yet, no definitive connections were made. The Villisca case grew cold, and the once vibrant home became a boarded-up relic of tragedy. Today, the Villisca Axe Murder House stands as a chilling tourist attraction, frozen in time. It's a place where visitors can step into the past and feel the echoes of a mystery that remains unsolved over a century later. Life in Villisca continues, but the memory of that dark night lingers, a reminder of the evil that once lurked in their midst. Thank you for joining me on this haunting journey. Remember, not all mysteries have happy endings, and some stories are left unfinished. If you enjoyed this episode and want to support the podcast, consider subscribing for exclusive content and behind-the-scenes access. Your support helps us bring more chilling tales to light. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.